Now, in the midst of prosperity in our country's produce being sold at a premium to our discerning export markets, there is poverty amongst this prosperity. It has always felt not quite right that we as a farming community feed so many millions overseas, yet there's still so many hungry in our country. Did you know there's around 682,000 people in poverty in this country, or 1 in 7 households? Of course, 220,000 of them are children, not something we should be proud of as a country. So when my old mate Wayne Langford proudly told me a couple of months back about the charity he was building in the background with fellow farmer Siobhan O'Malley, I was so proud that this was coming from a farmer-led group passionate to look after our most vulnerable. And Wayne joins me now from the comfort of his Golden Bay dairy farm. Welcome to Sarah's Country, Wayne.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Thank you for being an avid watcher of Sarah's Country, I know.
Love giving you a little shout out.
Yeah, thanks very much. Now, we obviously saw last night YOLO Farmer has been taking over your life for so long. Are you just mad? Like, do you not have enough things to do being a dairy farmer?
Oh, no, we do, but it's still pretty important every day to make sure you look after yourself, and it's pretty easy to look after your business and your farm, but you got to look after yourself as well. So we've just carried that on and we're really enjoying it still, so we'll keep going for a while longer.
Cool. So just for those who sorry, we're getting a bit of feedback there. If you could just explain a bit of background about where you and Tyler are farming in Golden Bay.
Yeah, so we're just outside of Takaka Township. And if anyone's been to the local salmon farm here in Quarter Salmon, we're just up the road from there, so not a bad spot.
So you've involved heavily in federated farmers, Wayne, and sorry, I'm just trying to make sure we don't get too much feedback. And tell us, where did Meet the Need come about as an idea? Because I know it's been brewing away for some time. And Wayne's frozen, no?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just losing you a bit there, but I think you're asking about where it's coming from.
Yeah, it's been brewing away as an idea for some time.
That's right. So we, like I say, as the YOLO Farmer, we do this challenge every day to, say that we've done something for each day. And one of those days we donated some mince to our local food bank. Upon dropping that off this last year, thinking they'd say a couple of days or a week, and they said 2 months, and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, geez, if I donate a beast, then it'll last you all year. And I thought, well, we've got 100 farms in Golden Bay. If I donate one in my lifetime, then really, and everyone else does the same, really no one should go hungry. And the idea kind of grew from there, really.
So for those of you who didn't catch that, so you dropped off some mince and you said it'd be about 2 months before they got mince again at the food bank.
Yeah, I said that would last them about 2 months, just 2 plastic bags full of mince. Yeah.
Oh, I see, of course. And so you've expanded that, and Siobhan O'Malley's come on board, and also a wider team around the governance around this charity, because as I can imagine, getting a lot of the processes to come together around this would have obviously been had its challenges.
It was a bit of a challenge, but thankfully, when I pitched this idea to our largest red meat processor, they jumped on board, and we were pretty privileged to have them and work with them through this process of getting it all started.
Cool. So we better explain. Meet the Need is the new charity that's been launched on Sunday evening. Wayne, could you explain how it works?
Yeah. So effectively, we've set up a platform where farmers can donate an animal. And at the moment, it's like a steer, a cow, a sheep, a deer, a lamb, and they donate the animal. It's processed by our processor, Silver Fern Farms, who are partnering with us, and then we also use their freight networks and whatnot to transport out to the city missions and food banks throughout New Zealand.
Okay, so I'm a sheep and beef farmer, or even a dairy farmer as well, and want to be able to allocate X amount of animals to this charity. How do I go about doing that?
Yeah, really simple. So, and we've tried to keep this as simple as we can. So one way is obviously contact your Silver Fern Farms agent. And the other way is to head to meettheneed.org, our website. Really simple. Just press the donate button and away you go. We'll be in touch with you, and we'll get it all sorted from there.
Okay, brilliant. So you just be able to effectively book it in and then and work from there. Obviously, you've had direct connections with the charities that you're supporting. What was the sort of response that you got when you made this major suggestion of something of such significance, like donating regular fresh meat to these city missions?
Yeah, so what you got to realise about the city missions and food banks is they live day to day quite often. They don't know what's coming, the day after next, and and they've just got to work within the confines that they've got. So as a food producer, I thought, well, how can we fix that? And provide them with a regular supply so that they don't have to spend their whole time hunting for food to hand out, and that's what we wanted to work on. Yeah, so they were pretty grateful, obviously, when we came in the door.
I could imagine. So is venison available to be able to process through this as well, being such a healthy, lean protein as well, or is that it's just sticking to beef and lamb?
So farmers are able to donate venison, but what we'll be giving to the city missions will be 500-gram packs of mince, which effectively equate to a meal for a family of 4 or 5 people. And that's what we've found will be easiest for them to cook and easiest for the city missions and food banks to handle as well. So that's where we're starting.
Okay, so effectively it's a value-based thing in terms of cash donations and converted then out in the form of packs of mince.
That's right. That's the most simple way to do it. And that's what we're all about is just keeping it simple. Yeah.
Wonderful. You've had some fantastic response so far from across the country. And of course, what a fantastic time. And I know this was not planned to be launched right at the moment, but for rebuilding, if that's the right word, and reconnecting urban and rural New Zealand's relationship.
Yeah, like I said, we've been working on this for a year now, and we've just fallen into COVID. And we originally had a launch date of June this year, and we've brought that forward because, our country needs our farmers at the moment. And we need to help our country out, and I'm really looking forward to providing the mechanism in which farmers can do that. Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. It's Wayne Langford, formerly known and still known as YOLO Farmer, from his work he's done in rural mental health. Now one of the co-founders of a fantastic charity helping our most vulnerable in our city missions meet the need.
This is Sarah's Country.